Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's Monday, which means it is time to decorate. You might notice that my planner suddenly looks very fat again. That's because I've put my inserts that I bought in my haul the other week in here, so that I've got all of 2018 in here now as well. It just feels very fat all of a sudden, which is not a good thing, but it's good because I'm starting to actually plan 2018, which I'm really excited about. So I promised you guys I was going to do a Game of Thrones week, so I'm going to do a Game of Thrones week. And this is despite the fact, and there is no spoiler here, despite the fact that last week's episode actually made me mad. I still am going to do it, but I'm forcing myself to because I really didn't enjoy it. But I've been searching Etsy for like 3 weeks to try and find the right thing to be able to show you, and I started off with one set of stickers, and I kind of moved on then to something else. So I've started off with these stickers. So these ones come from Crowned Moon on Etsy, and I will link everything I've used down below. So all I've done with these ones is I've just printed them out on some adhesive paper. I'll just cut them out. If I had a Cricut or a silhouette, I'd probably use those instead, but I don't, so I'm just going to make do with what I've got. And then the other thing that I've bought is this pack of paper from WickedSpiritFashion, and these are 12 by 12 scrapbook papers, but I've just got Ryan to print them out on our printer at home. Now I need to put a big disclaimer there. Ryan's got like an industrial kind of printer. It's a very fancy printer, and therefore it can print things like this, whereas I don't think regular printers could do this. So if you were going to do this, going to buy them and use it in this way, I'd probably suggest either going to Officeworks or some other print place to get them to do it, because I don't know how well it would work at home. But you get 17 pages in this. I've just picked the ones I like the best. I think I'm going to go with a fire thing instead of an ice thing. So I'm going to use this absolutely spectacular paper. The dragon scales come in 3 different colours. The orange was the one that really spoke to me. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it along the top and along the bottom. I know I'm going to do it along the top. So what I'm going to start off with is just measuring out how wide this is. You'd think by now I'd know, but I don't. So it's 2.5. So I'm going to cut off or measure out 2.5 on this side, cut it out and lay it on there, and I'll be back in just a sec. Alright, so that's what it looks like when I put them on the top. You may have seen that I cut a couple of different pieces off there. The first one was because it was just too dark. Like if I put this back here, you'll see what I mean. It just didn't have the same light payoff that I wanted. So I just cut another strip and then I messed up the other one. So it happens, I do it a lot. So then on the bottom, what I think I'll do, instead of doing more scales. So this is technically it's called a Lannister one, and I don't think it actually looks all that Lannister-ish. It does, like the reds do, but just trying to think if that would look good. I don't even know which way it's supposed to go. I'm sure it is supposed to go a certain way. Or I can use more dragon scale. Ryan's overridden me. Not overridden. Ryan's put in his opinion and he says dragon scale. So if Ryan says dragon scale it will be. So I'm going to do the same thing again. My blade in this is really bad. I think there's actually something stuck in here, which is why it's not cutting so nicely. Hopefully I'll be getting a new trimmer soon, so that'll solve this problem. So what I'm going to do is just cut a bit here because I can use it. I'm going to cut first of all down here to try and get rid of that icky line. So I'm probably going to have to do 2 strips again just because I need the light, because there's so many dark patches in here. I think the best thing about printables, same sort of thing as like Printable as with the Kikki.k ones, if I need another piece, I can print more. So I just just cut 2 strips, and I'm just going to sort of sit these where I want them. And I can put them as high or as low as I like. Same thing on the other side, so making sure beforehand, I just want to cut this off so I can see that it's at the same height. Alright, so that's what it looks like once I've got all my scales on there. Oh, that looks so good. I'm just thinking if it needs just a bit of black washi down the side, just because it looks almost too white. Just grabbing my just plain black washi. I'm not sticking this down, I'm just going to place it down just so I can see sort of what the effect is. I think it's too much. So because I didn't push that down hard, this should come off reasonably easily, she says as she tears off the paper. It's alright. Not bad enough that you'll notice. I'll cover it up with a sticker in a minute anyway. Righto, so now thinking of stickers, I'm going to grab this one here. So like I said, I'm going to cut these all out by hand. I'm going to grab this one here that has the Stark sigil on it. Ring stuck. Like I said, this would be so much easier if I had some kind of die cutting machine to be able to cut it out with. I don't, so I'm just going to have to make do with what I've got. But I have been really enjoying making my own stickers, or printing out my own stickers off Etsy and cutting them out recently. It's been lots of fun. So that's going to go here to represent the last episode of Game of Thrones. I'm still not quite sure how I feel about this last episode. I want it to be over and done with because I'm not happy. I'm actually going to put it sideways, which I know is going to look really silly. But I just really want it that. Do I? I just wanted to cover up the Tuesday. I'm going to put it there instead. There we go. I really want this season to end because I'm not happy with it, but I don't want it to end because I don't want to have to wait 18 months for the next one. So what do you do? So I'm just going to put this in here, and then we're going to put, I need to put a little bit of colour. Oh, I need more dragons. I'm going to grab one of these dragon ones, and it's unfortunately a little bit harder to get to, but as long as you don't cut over any of the stickers, it's not the worst thing. So I'm going to grab this round one, and I know I usually use my Spa Lady sticker to signify my day off, but I have a funny feeling she's probably going to look a little bit out of place this week, so I'm just going to use this one instead. Over this side just because I know I want to use another sticker over here to cover this up. I'm going to use a Lannister one, which I kind of feel a bit odd about because I'm not a Lannister fan, except for Tyrion. But I will use one over here. So this one's going to signify that I'm having dinner with my friends. They're coming over and Ryan's cooking them dinner. I'm not cooking because I want them to live. Alrighty. So the last thing I've got to do is just put a sticker for work. So who haven't I used yet? Which sigil haven't I used? I don't want to use the Baratheon one because the colours are wrong. I think I'll use the one from the Vale. Yes, I'm a bit of a Game of Thrones nerd. I really should have warned you guys of that. I try not to be, but I love it. I love it. So I don't have any footy this week, so I can devote the entire thing to just Game of Thrones. What that means is I don't actually need a flipper or anywhere else to write anything. But we know me well enough to know that that's not going to happen, that I have to use a flipper of some kind. So I have pre-made a little shaker, and I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to decorate it. So this is the little shaker. I've deliberately made it thin, and I've filled it, I filled it full of silver because when I was sort of thinking about Game of Thrones, I was thinking of like ice, and so this is my sort of bit to the ice, which now doesn't quite fit, and what I think I'm going to cover it with, I was originally going to use the Stark sigil here and put Winter is Coming on the top, but I've decided instead, because it sort of turned a bit more red and orange, I'm going to cut out this banner. So this is the Targaryen banner, and considering we're doing dragons, we might as well just keep going. And then I'm going to grab this sticker here that says Mother of Dragons. I'm going to have so much fun using these stickers later. I just have to put random Game of Thrones quotes around the place. Okay, so I've got the one that says Mother of Dragons, and what I'm going to do is stick it down on top of the banner, if I can get it to come away. There we go. This sticker paper is great, just FYI, and it's just from Officeworks. So I'm just putting that down along the top, so it just looks like that. And then what I'm going to do is stick it to the top of this, so it kind of sits over the top and it will shake underneath. So I'm not sticking the banner down, I'm deliberately leaving it so it kind of sits up, but it will just move a little bit. I think that looks kind of nice actually. Whoops. It's a bit sticky on the top still from the glue, so that's why it's doing that. Right, we need a couple of extra little bits and pieces. I just read. If you think this hasn't had if you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. I have to get that sticker because that's kind of how I feel about Game of Thrones at the moment. I'm not expecting a happy ending, but just a nice thing to happen every once in a while would be nice. It doesn't seem to be going that way. Going to use a trick that I used last week with the washi tape. Just grabbing as much washi tape as I need. I'm not going to do anything with the numbers this week. I'm going to leave them just as they are. Whoops. Cutting myself with scissors. Making sure that's enough. Yes, it is. I'm just going to make it an arrow instead of a flag. is almost a bad thing that I have so many stickers. It's almost a bad thing. Just want to grab, I will put a little bit of Lannister in here because I kind of feel like I need to. Plus I want to use the red. So I'm just going to grab one of these little lions. I'm just going to run this sort of down the side on my day off. I'm not going to cover up that little bit where I tore some of the paper off. Number one, because you barely notice it. Number two, because I don't want to have to punch holes in whatever sticker I put there. So I'm just going to put this down the side here. That's my little to-do thing on my day off. And then the very last thing I'm going to do, because if you tell me to pick a house in Game of Thrones, I'm going to pick the Starks. As much as I don't agree with a couple of them. So what I'm going to do is I just want to put the Winterfell sticker on the back of my flipper. Kind of like I'm hiding my allegiance. Square, because I don't think it is, but anyway. So I'm just going to put that one there. And I'm just grabbing this one here that just says, well, actually I'm going to get both of them because I can. One that says King in the North and one that says Winter is Coming. Actually, I'll have a look and see how that looks in a sec, but we might just do Winter is Coming. I'm just going to do Winter is Coming, just because I think it's a bit more simple. And there you have it. That's my Game of Thrones week. I love the dragons. Like, the dragon scales are just... If you need to, I need to find a way that I can use... I might have to actually use these in my planner. It's so nice. But it's a really good... It's a place I didn't think of, was Etsy. Something you can print out yourself and you can put it on adhesive paper or cut it out. Stick it any way you like. It's a really, really good idea, and something if you don't have a lot of money. Like, the papers cost me $5. The stickers I think cost me $4. But like I said, you can print them out and use them as many times as you like. It's yours to use however you like. And I really like that freedom that you get with it. I think I kind of like the one that I did last year better. I will link that video down below so you can go and check it out. But I think this one looks a bit more Game of Thronesy. That one looked a little bit more cheesy. But anyway, let me know what you think of this one. Please give it a thumbs up if you did like it. If you'd like to see me attempt any other shows, I might be able to do a Harry Potter week because I'm a really big Harry Potter fan. But I will be attempting something for AFL Grand Final week. I just don't know yet how I'm going to do that. So that's basically going to be what I'm planning for the next 4 weeks until we get there. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Don't forget, I will link the video for last year's Game of Thrones decoration down below so you can go and check it out. And don't forget also that my next live video will be on the 20th of September at 8 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. I will start promoting that pretty heavily now. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you again really, really soon. Thanks a lot.